What's up, YouTube? This is Random Nation. Holding the camera right now is Bama Girl Amy.
Hi.
She is helping me out with this one because this is a big video right here. Hopefully, it won't take long though. It might take a little bit. That's why she's sitting down and recording me because she knows I tend to, like I'm doing now. As I promised over on Bama Girl Amy's channel, I am doing a review of our old phones and the new phone. What I didn't say was I have a bunch of other phones too that I wanted to add into the review. And this is because this is our phones for the last, 7 years? 8 years? 7, 8 years? I actually still have 4 more in the house.
Y'all are going to get a kick out of this, guys. For the past 7 years, show them my phone.
For the past 8 years. Hold on.
I've had one phone.
For the past 7 years, she's had 1. But technically, she's had 2 if you go to 8 years. And that's only because this one died on her. So.
But for 8 years, guys, 7 years, I have had one phone
fair,
only.
This one right here, she had when me and her first got together. And she'd had it for, 6 years?
6 years before that.
So her phones last a while. On the other hand, the rest of these are
You'll
mine.
see in the video.
Yeah. Like I said, I still have 4 more in the house, but the kids are using them, and one is for the TV, technically. Well, no, I got that one for the TV. So there's 3 more in the house. So, yeah, there's 3 more in the house, which are all what the kids have. And they all have brand new phones, but, it is what it is. And I do have 2 other phones that have gotten thrown away because they no longer work. All these phones that you see here still work because I've been able to either fix them or, I might have a part or something on them I hang on to in case I need them. So, let's do a little go back in time. When me and Amy first got together, this was my phone. Yeah, this thing sucked. This is like one of the worst quality phones. I couldn't even tell you. I know it's an LG. I really couldn't even tell you. I think it's the original Aristo. I think. I could be wrong. But this phone really sucked. The sound quality was horrible. It had a 3 megapixel camera on the back. It's I think 2 megapixel camera on the front. It did have the fingerprint sensor on it that never worked. Like from day one, it never worked. So I didn't have a clue that it even was supposed to have a fingerprint sensor until one of my friends said, it's supposed to have a fingerprint sensor. It don't work. Decent phone for the price, though. I think I paid $25 for this when I first got it. To be fair, I bought it from one of my friends. And it got hit by a lawnmower. That's why the screen is like completely janked up and everything. Believe it or not, it still works. It still comes on. I obviously don't never plug it in and charge it or anything. I plugged it in the other day just to see if there was any pictures or anything left on it. It had some pictures, but they were such poor quality, I wasn't even worried about keeping them. But I just kind of hang on the phone because I don't know. I just like hang
He's
on
a hoarder, guys.
When it comes to electronics, I am a hoarder. I am a hoarder. You will see that because, like I said, that was my first phone. And then I went from that one to this one, which was the CoolPad, the original CoolPad. This is model 3632A. I couldn't tell you what the name of it was. I know it's the CoolPad. It was actually a pretty decent phone for the price. This was $35. Got it from Metro PCS. The camera on it obviously sucked. It was like a 4 megapixel camera, 3 or 4 megapixel camera on both sides. What I did like about it, it was rootable. It was really easy to work with, as well as the first phone was rootable also. So I was able to do a lot of stuff with those. Sound quality on both of these phones, really horrible. The only good thing was the Bluetooth worked on it great. There's a reason why I'm mentioning Bluetooth. You'll hear that when I get to the end. My next phone was this one. This is the original. Nope, excuse me. This wasn't the original. This was the Alcatel. I believe this is the Yeah, this is the track phone version of the Alcatel. This is when track phone and Alcatel merged because they still have the track phone logo in the middle of it. Um, it sucked. It was a horrible phone. It was literally just like this original CoolPad. It was just Alcatel version. You could root it. You was able to do a few things on it, but honestly, most 90% of the apps and games that are out now won't even run on this anymore. Like you can download them, but they won't play. You can't play Boom Beach. You can't use YouTube on it. You can't use anything on it. So that should tell you how old that phone is. I bought it for I thought it was $40 when I got that one, I believe. This was the original Alcatel One Touch Fierce, which this wasn't the One Touch Fierce. This was the Alcatel Fierce. This is the original Fierce because the One Touch obviously has the fingerprint on the back of it. This one does not have a fingerprint on the back of it. However, I will say the flashlight on this one was extremely bright. The camera was good. It was a 6 megapixel camera on this one. And for the time, that was freaking awesome. It was a great phone. As you can see, it had the built-in battery. All the ones that I've showed you before that were you can remove the battery. I hate phones with the built-in battery because I like if my phone freezes up, I don't want to have to wait until the battery completely dies for me to be able to turn it off, plug it in, charge it back up, turn it back on. Basically, if it's a built-in battery, you have to wait for it to die. So if you're at a full charge when it freezes, might as well put your phone down and pray to God that the battery dies quick, because you ain't gonna have a phone until it dies and you can turn it back on. But for the price though, this one was $65 at the time. I do remember buying this one. It was a really good phone. This one right here actually got dropped off a bridge. It fell out of my pocket and shattered the screen. The screen does not work on it. However, I can plug this one into my computer and still access the files on it. The only reason why I've kept this one is it does have a few pictures on there that I wanted to save. Yes, I realize, guys, I could save those onto a SD card, move them to another phone, and everything would be good. But I just prefer keeping the original copies. It's kind of like keeping the, what do you call those things? When it comes to film, the negatives. It's just like keeping the negatives. That way you always have the original copy. In case, God forbid, something happens, you still have an original copy. Just like every single one of these phones have pictures on them that I didn't really want to get rid of. This is my way of saving pictures. So I just hold on to them. There we go. Now I have an excuse. Alright. Now, this one right here. This is the one that I actually bought for the TV originally. As you can see, it's on. Believe it or not, it's actually been off charger for 2 days, and normally it only lasts for about 4 hours. So I'm surprised the battery has lasted this long. That was my biggest issue with this phone. This is the original Moto G7, I think is what it's called. I think that's what it's called, Moto G7. I saw this right here. This is one of the reasons why I bought it, because I saw this and I thought, oh, cool, that's a focus, to where you can turn it and focus your camera a little bit better. It doesn't turn. It's just a piece of plastic that looks that way. I was like, cool, like a camera. Yeah, no, it didn't work. But we ended up using this one for the TV. We, of course, turned our hotspot on this one, connect our Chromecast to it, and then, of course, cast our screen from this to the TV, and we can watch all the TV we want for free.
We highly do not recommend that phone.
Yeah, I don't recommend this phone at all. When you have it hooked to the TV, when you're trying to cast it to the TV, you're dead in 30 minutes if you're casting to the TV. Now, just using it normally without casting to the TV, you might get 6 hours out of it. Listen to music, you might get 4 hours out of it. This phone sucks. The camera sucks. Like, I wouldn't take a picture of a turd with this camera. That's how bad of a camera this is. This thing sucks. Obviously, there's no cracks, no scratches, nothing. It's pretty much literally a brand new phone. And I know, of course, obviously, people are like, well, it's probably all the apps you got on here. I have a total of 7 apps on here, which is including the ones that came on the phone originally. It came with like 5 originally, so it has nothing to do with the stuff on the phone. It's literally just a crappy phone. This next phone is the phone I had before I got my new one, which is the Cool Pad. We are getting to that one. This phone was great. I love this phone. This is the LG Stylo 4. As you can see, it comes with its own little stylo. There is the LG Stylo 5 now. I haven't tried it. I don't really know if I want to or not. And there's a few reasons why. One, everybody is raving about the stylus. Oh, that's awesome. This thing actually sucks. I never freaking use it. Who actually uses these damn things? I mean, all it does for me is I might drop the phone, and the first thing that happens, this thing goes flying out somewhere, and then I'm stuck on this little screen that I can't get off of until I put this stupid stick back in there. So really, it was more annoying than anything. Technically, I could just press the home button and get off of it, but that as long as that stick ain't in there, it's always going to have a little icon up here that lets you know your stick isn't in there. You can't get rid of that icon. It's just there. So that sucked. The sound quality on this phone when I first got it, I'm going to go ahead and say this. When I first got the phone, as far as listening to music, it was great. I'm like most of y'all. I'm like most of the people I know. Volume on my phone goes all the way the hell up to the top, and that's where it stays. I don't ever really change it unless I'm in a place where I just need the volume off. And then, obviously, I turn the volume off. So here's the downside to doing that with this particular phone. It only has one little speaker. That speaker is teeny tiny. It blows that speaker to the point that now I can play music, which I'm not going to, obviously, because copyright crap. You can't hear it. Like, I'll be trying to listen to y'all's YouTube videos, and I'm holding it like this with my ear right next to the speaker trying to hear it. And that's bad. I know my hearing's bad, but my hearing ain't that bad. And I know this now because I got a new phone. I did not like the fact I can't root this phone. You cannot root this phone. You can't get into any kind of the stuff like that. It does have a fingerprint sensor on the back, which is pretty cool. It means you can literally unlock the phone with just tapping your fingerprint on there. You are able to install apps that are not on the Play Store, which is cool. You can do that with any Android phone. And this runs just about every app that they have now. My biggest issue with this was my battery got to where it started dying really quick on me. When I say by dying really quick, I was having to charge it every single day while I slept. And yes, I realized it was lasting for a full day, but to me, that's not really all that great. I'm on a phone to where, say I go to work, I can use it all night. When I get off work, if we got other crap to do, I'm not sitting there going, oh crap, I'm at 14%. A little while later, oh crap, I'm at 10%. Here's the thing though, as long as it was at 100%, it would last 7, 8, 10, 12 hours. No problem all day listening to music. But if it was below 50%, it would go from 50% down to 7% in about 20 minutes. So that was the biggest issue I had with this phone. I do have one little scratch on the screen. Still never did figure out how that happened. Just happened to look down on the phone and said, oh, there's a scratch there. I should have Gorilla Glass on there. The Gorilla Glass that comes... Here's a tip, guys. Don't get Gorilla Glass. If you get this LG Stylo 4, do not get Gorilla Glass to put on the front of it. I know that sounds like a great idea, but here's the thing. If it ever cracks or anything, when you go to pull that off of there, guess what it's going to do? Which seems like it depletes the whole purpose. It breaks the screen underneath it. Every single time, it'll do that. Fortunately, I didn't do it with that phone. My other one, we did. Amy had, or not Amy, excuse me, Will had this phone, and he went to pull his off, and his broke. Like, didn't make no sense. Alright, this next phone right here is Amy's phone, and I'm trying to remember what this one is.
Alcatel One Touch
Alcatel, this is the Alcatel One Touch Fierce XL.
6.0 screen.
It's a 6-inch screen, basically. That means it's 6 inches this way. Really good phone from what I know. I had one of these, and I ended up breaking it or something, and I threw it away. Oh, yeah, I remember what happened.
Yours fell in mop water at work.
It fell in mop water at work, and the phone worked for a couple of days, and then the screen went stupid, and it wouldn't recognize the USB port no more, so I couldn't even take any pictures off of it. So I got really mad and just shattered the phone over my knee and said, hell with it, and bought myself a new one. I had the money that day that I broke it over my knee to go get myself another phone. Or I should say, technically, Amy had the money. She bought me this phone.
So he really can't do an honest review on that, guys. I'm going to do it real quick. I absolutely love that phone. It does have a few downsides, but now remember, guys, that this is a 7-year-old phone, okay? It's 7 years. The company that we go through is Metro PCS.
Guess what PCS stands for?
Piece of crap. But anyways, after a certain amount of time, years, whatever, however they do it, you do get to the point to where you no longer get software updates. That's what happened to that phone. After I had it about I think it was about 3, maybe 4 years, they discontinued that phone, and of course they stopped doing the software updates. When the software update stopped for that phone, it got to where you could not download anything in the Google Play Store. You had to go through smashing the install button, and then you would have to turn the phone, or you would have to reset the phone so it goes off and comes back on. Then, in the beginning of doing that, it would download. Yep. But then it got to the point to where it won't even download at all. You would have to turn the phone completely off for 30 minutes to an hour, and when you turn it back on, you had to cross your fingers and prayed that it would download what you needed it to. Now, guys, I'm not like Random Nation. It's my style. It's my preference. It's the way I am. I am a whiz on a telephone. Kevin can tell you guys. I can do everything that y'all guys can do on a computer, but I can do it through a phone. I am very good on a cell phone. That's what I choose as my number one device. Yes, I do have a laptop. Random Nation bought me a $400 laptop. I do not use it. I hate it. And then he was like, well, maybe you don't like the laptop, so I will buy you the flat screen, one with a keyboard that's really good, high-tech. He paid $800 for it. He can tell you it's still in the box. I do not use it.
She used it one time.
I do not want it. My preference...
She used it for Angry Birds.
My preference is a cell phone. So, when you can't download something that you really need, and then especially when I'm going to download my YouTube videos, oh my God, that was the most horriblest thing.
Yeah, that was the
That's
issue
why
I was doing.
That's why my videos have been so short and not over 2 or 3 minutes. Because if they were over 2 or 3 minutes, I'm sitting here for 8.5, 12, 13, 14 hours for it downloading just a 3-minute video.
She just reminded me on this one I was having the same issue because they stopped doing updates on this one for the most part. And she can tell you I've had videos that be 1 minute long take 4 or 5 hours just to upload, and you're going, are you serious?
But in all, the Alcatel One Touch Fierce XL is an amazing phone. But guys, it's not going to have no more software updates because it's pretty much a dinosaur. They do not even sell that phone anymore in stores. If you want that phone, you have to go through like Amazon or eBay and buy it. You're not going to go into a store and actually purchase that phone anymore.
And it's not rootable either.
Yeah, that phone is not rootable. We never could root it.
If any of y'all are curious what rooting is, I will do another video. Just let me know in the comment section below that you don't understand what rooting is, and I will try my best to simplify it the best I can to where you'll understand. Because I try to explain it to Amy all the time. She understands what it is because she's seen me do it a dozen times.
But don't ask me to make a video and show you how to do it.
But she'll tell you herself that she don't fully understand what it means.
No, I fully understand what it means. I just don't have the time nor the patience to sit there for hours and play with a phone. I'd rather do YouTube videos for you guys.
I do like this phone, though. I do like it. It has dual camera on the back.
Fingerprint.
It has fingerprint on the back. It has
face recognition.
It has face recognition. It has voice unlock, which I don't think you ever even used.
No, I never used none of those.
And see, I don't like voice unlock either because it's too easy for you to slip up and say your password and it just unlock your phone. And somebody see that and just say, thanks, I got myself a new phone. Which they'd have a hard time getting our phones away from us because they're always in our hands. We're not always using them, but we always have them in our hands. Like anytime you come to the house even, I'll be laying there asleep. My phone will still be in my hand while I'm asleep. My old lady laughs at me because I'll half the time be sitting there. She's like, dang, I swear to God, you're over there playing Boom Beans in your sleep. I'm like, I got him. But I really do like this phone. It is a good phone. I do like how big the screen is. It's a very clear picture on this one. This is an upgrade. I will say that. This is an upgrade. And, nope, I'm going to hand that one to Amy because that is her phone. This one's her phone too because obviously we're using my phone. I got to cover up the bottom of this phone because I'm going to hold it a little bit close to you. Because they have the IMEI number, which is a very good number to have right there. It makes sense. But they got the IMEI number wrote on the bottom of the phone. However, it's also a bad thing because if anybody ever steals your phone, they have your IMEI number. And that's all you need to call the company and have them send a factory reset to your phone and clear your phone out. So I don't like that part. But I do like it at the same time because it does make it a lot easier when it comes to transferring service and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm going to bring this over here to where y'all can see. It does have the dual camera. It does have the fingerprint. It has facial recognition. I love this one. Her old phone has facial recognition, but honestly, it's not that great because I can tell you what we did. She turned hers on one time, and this is funny. She's going to laugh about this because she remembers, I know. But we turned her facial recognition on, and I took a picture of her with my phone, and all I did was hold my phone over her phone and unlock the phone. It don't work with these. It ain't happening. You ain't getting into this phone with a facial recognition without having my actual face there. And if you got that, well, I probably won't care that you got my phone either. Because that was the least of my worries. Really good phone, though. I do like the gray on the back. They had some different colors, but this is the ones we stuck with was the gray because we're obviously going to be sticking cases on them anyway. And some of the other colors that they had was green, gold, and I think they had a black and a white one. I like the gray, though. The gray was nice looking. It looked cleaner, if that makes sense. It's got the volumes over here on the side. It's got the power button over here. It's got the micro SD and the SIM card port over here on this side. It's a micro USB Type-C, as well as my old phone was micro USB Type-C. Amy's old phone was micro USB Type-C. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure all the rest of these are regular micro USB. So these are all micro USB. These are all micro USB Type-C, which I like Type-C because that means, you know how you'll have those days when you're half asleep, you're trying to plug your phone in, and you plug it in upside down, you keep having to flip your phone over to get the dang thing in. You ain't got to worry about that because micro USB takes care of that. No matter which way you stick it in, it's going to go in. Unless you're sticking it in sideways, it'll fit. You can put it that way or that way. It don't matter. I love that. I love the cameras on these. These are 16 megapixel on the back with a 5 megapixel right below it. What that does is it gives you really, really high definition pictures. I'm going to take some pictures. I got some dandelions over here in the neighbor's yard that I'm going to take some pictures of. As long as he don't cut his grass before we get around to it. I'm going to take some pictures of those dandelions. I'm going to stick them at the end so you can see the differences. I'm actually going to use my other phone to take a picture of them too. That way you can see the difference on that one. And if Amy allows me, I'll get her to take a picture with her other phone so we can see the difference between the three types of pictures. I'm also going to add a little bit of video from each one of the phones of these three phones. I'm not going to add all these in there because that would just be too much work. And that way,
you can't use mine anymore because it don't download even with Wi-Fi.
Okay, well,
so
I can't
mine is my
phone,
guys.
I can't do it with Amy's.
But y'all can go back into all of my previous videos
and check out the quality.
And you can see the quality. It's really bad as far as sound goes.
Yeah, the sound's horrible on her phone. These new ones, from what we've seen so far, the sound quality is freaking awesome. Literally, I was in the car the other day just kind of messing around with it. Recorded a video while going down the road with the windows down. If you've ever recorded a video in the car with the windows down, you know normally all you hear is and you'll hear somebody in the background just barely, and you're not hearing what they're saying. All you're hearing is the wind coming through. I didn't hear no wind at all.
Didn't even hear the car running.
Didn't even hear the car running. I was like, holy crap.
Which my car runs quietly anyways, but still, you can hear a car running.
This phone right here, when I turn on the phone, the camera, I can hear the car running. I can hear the wind going. I can hear everything. You cough and you're hearing it. You fart a mile away from this thing, it's probably going to hear it, but it won't hear you while you're talking to it right here. You get what I'm saying? So, with that being said, guys, I think that's pretty much it. We probably have a really long video going on here. I know it's long. Sorry that y'all had to wait this long. If anybody made it to this point, tell me which phones you've had and what your ideas of your phones are. And tell me what you think would be an improvement on your phones. What you think could be better about your phones. Maybe if we all come together and start telling these companies what we think would be better, maybe they might listen to us. Some of these companies actually do. CoolPad actually did. Because, where's that? There it is. CoolPad. This was the original CoolPad. People told them they hated this design. They got rid of it. They said, no, okay, well, you don't like that one. The next CoolPad was a 5-inch phone, had the fingerprint on the back of it, had all the bells and whistles of the time.
And we griped about the camera. So they threw that one away.
They griped about the camera. Now they got this one. I honestly didn't think I was going to go back to CoolPad. And then I saw this one online. I was looking at some reviews on it. I went and actually handled it in the store, and I said, wow, this actually feels like a good phone. It feels solid. So, you know, sometimes...
Well, actually, when we bought this phone, we went into the store and, you know, because I had a few people that I was talking about how crappy my phone was, and a few of my friends from my channel told me that as much as I'm having to pay for the Metro phones, and I'll tell you guys real quick the reason why Metro charges so much, it's because their phone service is really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You can have 4 lines for $100 a month. That is what me and Kevin pays. Kevin has 4 lines. And you guys know I have 4 kids, so I have 4 lines. Well,
Yep.
we have 4 kids, I should say. And I have 4 lines, and he has 4 lines.
If you're wondering why we both have 4 lines, we don't even have that many people in the house. We have phones for TVs, like literally just for TVs.
Yeah, we do. We have 4 phones. Well, 3 phones,
It's cheap.
excuse me.
It's cheaper to pay for a 4-line service and use the hotspot from a phone for the TV than it is to pay for internet at your house here.
Because where we live at,
You can't
the
get
only internet we can go through is HughesNet, and they have like 10 megabytes a month that they will let you use. Anything over
You
that,
might as well have
they're
dial-up.
going to charge you.
You might as well have dial-up.
And that's the only company in our area that serves us. So I'm not going through HughesNet because I have 10 megabytes of hotspot a month for free with my phone
Technically, we got
company.
about 50 megabytes of hotspot for free. 'Cause
Well,
we got
I'm
a bunch
talking
of
about
phones.
per phone.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry guys, he's done got me sidetracked. I forgot what I was originally even talking about.
You was talking about your friend was telling you about your phone.
Okay, my friends was telling me that, you know, for as much as we do have to pay for a Metro phone, that we should go in there and just tell them, say, look, I'm already giving you a bunch of money for the phone. Y'all already charge like anywhere between $150 to $500 per phone. So I want to be able to hold it in my hand. I want a display of one that actually works, and I want to call somebody and hear them talk. I want to, you know, surf the internet and see how fast it is. They actually did allow us to do that in store because we requested. So guys, you know, try y'all's local phone company when y'all go to purchase you a new cell phone. See if they will let you actually play with their display and experiment with it, because most of those displays are already hooked up to the internet anyways.
I'm not gonna lie, I picked up their display.
He's working on breaking my phone, guys.
I would just give her my phone and then go buy myself another one in a couple of weeks. But I'm not gonna lie, I downloaded Boom Beach on their display model and tried it out, because that's the main thing I play on my phone. Amy can tell you, I'm on Boom Beach constantly. Right now, I am one of the highest ranked people on Boom Beach.
He only keeps it because he's been on there for 10 years.
Yeah.
Since Boom Beach, guys, do a research. Go back and look how long Boom Beach has been on there. We're guessing 10 years. I mean, it could honestly be 12 or 14. I do not know. But guys, go back and find out when Boom Beach originally came out. He downloaded it. He got He signed. Let me tell you how bad he is with Boom Beach. He signed up for this website to where he could get a free sample of Boom Beach as long as he played it to level 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they sent him a link. So Kevin actually got Boom Beach like 3 months before it was released. And
Yeah.
he had 3 months to get his base to level 20. And oh my God, it took us tons of money to do it, but we done it. And Kevin has been on Boom Beach since the day it come out. Actually, 3 months before, guys. So this is a total Boom Beach freak over here.
I love Boom Beach.
I
It's a
play
great
it
game.
with him as well because he needed somebody to help him along the way, you know, defend people and stuff like that. So I did join forces with him. I have been playing it since the day it did come out, but I'm not a big time freak like he is. I think my base is like level 10 because I really don't give a crap.
I've actually got 4 accounts on there. And but my main account is the highest you can go. Well, actually, they done an update a while back, so I've actually got one more level to go up. But I've got like 3 or 4 more little buildings I have to upgrade, and then I'll be fully upgraded all the way again. But like I said, I'm one of the top players in the world on Boom Beach. I don't play it as much as I used to, but I don't really get attacked anymore. Nobody really messes with my base.
They can't touch him.
It's funny because we have a little group that plays with us, and they can practice test attacks on us.
They don't even attack him no more.
They'll get over there occasionally. You'll have somebody try to attack me, and their people will get off their little boat, walk about halfway towards my stuff, and all their people are dead before they ever get to the first thing to destroy. And then they usually type in chat, okay, I give up. There's no point. You know, so that's really cool. But what I want to say about Boom Beach, I'm glad she brought this up. Or actually, I'm glad I brought it up, I should say. If any of y'all have Boom Beach and would like to join me on my group, let me know down in the comments section below, and I'll figure out some way to get in touch with you, and we'll figure out a way. You know, we'll actually join up together and everything, and actually fight the red guard together. Alright, with that being said, guys, we've been rambling on. I know this has been a long video. If any of y'all watched all the way through, made it to this point, I don't know. Let's do something silly. Put white poster board down in the comments section. We're just going to see if anybody noticed this. That being said, guys, I think I'm out of here. What I am going to do here in probably 30 days, I'm going to give a second review on the Cool Pad to let y'all know what I think about it at that point. So far, I love everything about it. Oh! I almost forgot my only issue with the Cool Pad that I found so far. It runs on Bluetooth 4.1, which is good because it's the best Bluetooth that you can get. You know, it's the newest one. However, if you have any headphones that run on Bluetooth 3.0, they ain't going to work with it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
So none of my headphones that I have work with my phone. And it really sucks because
we have to go to Metro and buy a 4.0, which is going to cost us $40.
I was so mad about that because I always wear my headphones to work. Well, not to work, but whenever we're dead and I'm trying to do cleanup, I'll put my headphones on so I can clean because I work better when I'm listening to music. And I was just like, I can't listen to my music. It's not even registering my headphones. I don't understand what's going on. It took me a good 2 hours looking up. And then finally one of my friends was like, hey, you know, if it's, you know, a higher grade Bluetooth, it's not going to pick up your old headphones, right? And I'm like, what? I just assumed that Bluetooth devices got updates just like everything else. They do, just they don't get over the air updates. You have to go buy a new pair updates. So that really sucks. So I have 2 choices. I can get the Galaxy headphones, and those work with them, but I'm not planning on paying $140 for a pair of headphones. I don't like the way those are anyway, because they're just single ear, one piece. They can fall out and you lose them. So no, that's a no.
You can use the PS4 headphones.
I can use the plug-in headphones,
but those suck.
I don't really like plug-in headphones. I could technically go get a Bluetooth adapter and plug it into the headphone port and than use my old headphones. Technically, I do actually have one, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna spend the $40, get myself a good pair of headphones for it, and hopefully I won't lose them like I do all my other ones. That's why I usually have to get headphones. But okay, now that I got that out of the way, guys, once again, we're out of here. Y'all have a great day. This is Random Nation. I'm out. Peace.
Love you guys. Bama Girl Amy out.